Hello, I'm the English Gent and I'm an English born and bred master's degree level qualified professional, and I'm here to help you improve your English. In this video I have compiled all the latest 10 advanced level words into one concatenated video. To concatenate is an advanced level word which means to link things together in a chain or series. The words in this series are Aberration, Capitulate, Adamant, Adumbrate, Bloviate, Apathetic, Concomitant, Axiomatic, Oligarchy and Ineffable. If while listening you feel I am speaking too fast, you can adjust the settings to slow down the playback. You can also switch on the subtitles so you can read along. Today's word is aberration. Aberration. A state or condition markedly different from the norm. A departure from what is normal, usual or expected, typically an unwelcome departure. After I painted the house, I realised there was a minor aberration on the kitchen wall. If there is an aberration in the product, ask the shop for a discount. In England, if it snowed during the summer, that would be an aberration. If everyone smashed the like button, it would be an aberration if you did not hit it yourself. Most aeroplanes do not crash. It is an aberration from normal conditions when an aeroplane does crash. Dogs have 4 legs. It is an aberration for a dog to have 3 legs. A cat usually has a tail. It is an aberration when they do not. I hope you now understand the meaning of aberration. Aberration, a departure from what is normal, usual or expected, typically an unwelcome departure. Today's word is capitulate. Capitulate. To accept something or agree to do something unwillingly. To accept defeat or give up or give in. Although at first they looked like they might score, by the end of the first half they had completely capitulated to the other side. She kept asking and asking. In the end I capitulated to her wishes. If I give any more ground to you, I will have effectively capitulated to your demands. After the English army appeared, the French army immediately capitulated in terror. At first she refused to smash the like button, but then she capitulated and smashed it as hard as she could. After months of letters being sent back and forth, his lawyers capitulated to the bank's demands. I refuse to capitulate. I will perfect my English. Capitulate. To accept something or agree to do something unwillingly. To accept defeat or give up or give in. Today's word is adamant. Adamant. Adamant means impossible to persuade, insistent, unwilling to change one's mind or opinion. He was adamant that he knew everything there was to know. She was adamant that he knew absolutely nothing. They both adamantly denied being in the wrong. Everyone else was adamant that they should both be quiet. I am adamant that you should hit like and subscribe. I am adamant that an elephant is very big. I am also adamant that a mouse is much smaller than an elephant. I am adamant that an ant cannot be adamant. Today's word is Adumbrate. Adumbrate. To give only the main facts and not the details about something, or to foreshadow. All the main points of my essay are adumbrated at the beginning. Recent history adumbrates what dangers may lie ahead. The argument that they had today adumbrates the fight that may follow. We were expecting to receive the full details, but he only provided an adumbrated version of what he would do. The creaking pipes adumbrated the fact that they would burst any minute. He adumbrated all his arguments, but we disagreed with them all. When you analyse all her actions prior to that point, it is clear to see that they adumbrated her final decision. Today we will be looking at the advanced level word Bloviate. Before we dive into Bloviate's meaning, I'm going to provide you some quick background details and some examples of Bloviate in a sentence. Then there will be a quick multiple choice quiz to see if you've been able to figure out the meaning before I provide the definition. And please, no cheating and skipping to the end for the answer. I've got my eyes on you. The etymology or origin of Bloviate comes from politics, and this is how you will often hear it being used, such as, look at that pompous politician, bloviating, is there any point to what he is saying? The bloviating politician would not stop speaking, he was getting on everyone's nerves. Rather than bloviating and wasting everyone's time, why don't you get on with some work? The worst part about listening to him bloviate about nothing is that we are paying for him to do so. So do you think you know what bloviate means? Let's see if you've figured it out. Bloviate means A, to blow up a balloon, B, to be a politician giving a long speech, C, to speak in a long-winded, pompous, typically annoying manner, or D, none of the above, I want my mummy. And the correct answer is of course D, I want my mummy. Only joking, of course it's A, to blow up a balloon. Only joking again. The correct answer is of course C, to speak in a long-winded, pompous, typically annoying manner. So for all of you who got that right, congratulations. Bloviate as a native English speaker is a word that sounds to me like its meaning and is an excellent way of describing someone who is waffling away in a pompous manner. I most often hear it being referred to by a politician or someone describing a politician, but it can apply to anyone who is being generally a windbag. A windbag is a person who talks at length but says little of any value. Today's word is apathetic. Apathetic. Apathetic means having or showing no or little interest, concern or emotion. They were not interested in watching the football match. In fact, they were incredibly apathetic about the game. She did not bother doing her homework. In fact, these days she behaves very apathetically. He said he was not interested in voting. In fact, he was very apathetic about the election. I do not believe my listeners are apathetic. They will definitely smash the like button. If you are negative all the time, people will believe that you are apathetic. Apathetic, showing no interest or energy and an unwillingness to take action. Today's word is concomitant. Concomitant. Something that happens with something else and is connected with it. If you have more clients, there will be a concomitant increase in the work you will need to do. The greediness of the politician was concomitant with his corruption. It is a concomitant feature of old age that the older you become, the slower you will be able to run. If you smash the like button, it is a concomitant fact that this video will have a greater number of likes. A delicious meal will usually have a concomitant delicious aroma. Although there was a shortage of milk for a month, there was no concomitant negative impact on the children's bones. Today's word is axiomatic. Axiomatic. Axiomatic means self-evident or obviously true, something that does not need to be proven. It is axiomatic that the more money you have, the richer you will become. It is axiomatic that the less money that you have, the poorer you will become. It is axiomatic that you are listening to this as you want to improve your English. It is axiomatically true that the higher you climb, the further you will have to fall. It is axiomatic that you are unique. It is axiomatic that English is a language. It is axiomatic that most people have two eyes. It is axiomatic that if you hit the like button, that will really help the channel to grow. Axiomatic, self-evident or something that does not need to be proven. Today's advanced level word is oligarchy and oligarch. In the UK, we are hearing about oligarchs quite a lot due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The UK is said to be home to a number of oligarchs, or at least their money and assets. Before I provide the definition for oligarchy, I'm going to provide a few examples in sentences. We will then do a quick quiz at the end to see if you've been able to figure out the meaning yourself. So here we go. The politician said that he thinks oligarchs feel that their money is safe in the UK. We were unable to open our new business as the oligarchs wouldn't allow it. Although the country appears to be a democracy, the real power comes from the oligarchs. Whenever there was negative news, the oligarchs could trust their friends in the media to cover it up. The source of the oligarchs' power was a mix of money, fame, notoriety, and political influence. Okay, now time for the quiz. Let's see if you can figure out the correct answer. A. An oligarchy is where many people control a government or industry. B. An oligarchy is where a small group of powerful people control a government or industry. C. An oligarchy is where only one person controls a government or industry. Or D. An oligarchy is where a small group of people influence a government or industry. The correct answer is B. An oligarchy is where a small group of powerful people control a government or industry. Congratulations if you got the right answer. If you didn't, go back and listen again or post a question below and I will help you out. When you hear of oligarchs in the media, very often the people they are referring to are very rich, although an oligarch's power will stem from other sources such as political power, fame and family connections. They are also typically extremely wealthy. There is in fact a separate word for governments that are controlled by the very wealthy. This is called a plutocracy. Today's advanced level word is ineffable. Ineffable. Before I provide the definition for ineffable, I'm going to provide a few examples in sentences. We will then do a quick quiz at the end to see if you have been able to figure out the meaning yourself. The joy the scientists felt when the rockets landed safely was ineffable. In their religion, God's name is ineffable. The vastness of space is almost impossible to describe. It is ineffable. Everyone at the party thought that the woman's beauty was ineffable. When my son was accepted to university, the joy I felt was ineffable. At first, the doctors thought the patient wouldn't survive. When they discovered the cure, the patient's happiness was ineffable. The mysteries of the human mind are ineffable. Okay, now time for the quiz. Let's see if you can figure out the correct answer. A. Ineffable means incapable of being expressed in words. B. Ineffable means something amazing. C. Ineffable means something that is really big. Or D. Ineffable means something that is infinite. And the correct answer is A. Ineffable means incapable of being expressed in words. Ineffable also has a slightly different but related meaning of something that must not be spoken. It is often used in the context of religion, namely the ineffable name of God, that God's name must not be spoken. Congratulations if you got the correct answer. If you didn't, go back and listen again or post a question below and I will help out. That's all from me today. If you find yourself struggling to improve your English, don't give up and keep on practicing. Just take it step by step. Remember, little strokes fell great oaks. I hope that you have learned something new today. If so, please hit like and subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss out when I release a new video. Thank you and I'll see you next time.